Dirty Work Wednesday.
Hello?
Dirty Work Wednesday. The C-Morning Zoo.
Hi, I have a little problem.
Must be out of your mind.
Call 473-104.5.
Almost didn't do it. I thought, is this in bad taste? But you know what? I went for it, and I am so glad I did.
What's the worst that could happen?
Dirty Work Wednesday is on the air at 473-1045. Hi, who's this?
Hi, this is Cara.
Hey, Cara, what can we do for you on this Dirty Work Wednesday?
Okay, so I've been dating this guy named Josh for a couple of months, and it's been going pretty good. I mean, we're not in a relationship or anything, but we're having fun, and we like hanging out and stuff. So anyway, last week we were at dinner, and I was telling him about that show, You, on Netflix.
Yeah.
And he'd never heard of it, so I texted him a link to the trailer on YouTube. And when his phone buzzed, I noticed that he got a text from someone named DC. So I'm like, is the president calling? And then I saw that the text on his phone was one that I sent him. So I said, is that my text? And he goes, yeah. So I go, why am I listening your phone is DC? And he gives me this look. And then he goes, because you said you were from DC. And I'm like, when did I say that? I never said I was from DC. And he goes, yeah, you did. The night I met you, you told me we were from DC.
Well, speaking as a guy, sometimes if you're a dude and you have a hard time remembering girls' names, you put something in your phone you can remember about them. Like I remember when I first met my wife, Nicole, she gave me her number and I swear I put it in under Italian girl or something like that.
Okay, I get that, but I'm actually not from DC. I never told anybody I was from DC.
So you never said to him, I'm not from around here, I'm from DC or anything?
No. The first night we met, we were at a brewery and we were drinking, but I wasn't drunk and I would have remembered lying to someone and saying I was from DC.
Did you say anything that maybe led him to believe you were from DC? Like, did you say, oh, this traffic isn't as bad as DC or the Redskins are my team or anything like that?
No.
Okay, so then why are you listed as DC on his phone then?
That's what I want to know, because I don't think he's telling the truth. I think it means something else.
I see. So you think you listed under some kind of code name then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you should have seen the look on his face when I asked him why I was listed as DC on his phone. It was like I saw something I wasn't supposed to.
Well, I mean, to be honest, the whole just initials thing should be a huge red flag to begin with.
Yeah, Ashley's right about that. I mean, I remember my single days, I always listed girls under initials. Always. Because that way, if one of them texts you while you're on a date, you can be like, oh, that's just, JB is just Jeff Brown. I work with him. And when really it was Jessica Biel that was texting.
Well, that's fine. Like I said, we're not in a relationship. But why would he list me as DC then? And that's not my real initials.
Yeah, she's right. I mean, DC probably stands for something.
Okay, so DC. So, all right, how about dirty? Dirty, like, I don't want to say the second part.
It's probably, I mean, maybe it's something like don't call, meaning like if she calls him, don't answer, let it go to voicemail or something.
That could be, yeah. I mean, I definitely had girls that I had no problem carrying on text conversation with, but I actually hated talking to them.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Maybe he likes texting with you, but he doesn't want to have a full-on conversation. So DC could be don't call.
All right, so I have an idea. I think I know what DC means.
Okay, what do you think it means?
What if it means dumpster crotch?
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, dumpster crotch. Like, maybe she's, like, really nice, really fun to hang out with and all that, but down there it's just a car accident. It's a train.
Dumpster crotch.
Dumpster crotch.
No.
I highly doubt that it's dumpster crotch.
Okay, all right. So Cara, I'm assuming you want us to find out what DC stands for, correct?
Yeah, because if it's something really bad, then I'm not going to waste my time. I mean, honestly, grow up.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And that's another thing. Like, it might not be bad. It could be like dimpled cutie or something like that. We don't know. Okay. So does Josh have any really close guy friends? Like, I mean, best friends that might know that he stores girls' names by secret code in his phone?
I mean, he has a ton of friends, yeah.
Okay, but you don't know if he has like a best friend that might know about his little system?
No, not really. I mean, we've only been going out for a couple months.
Okay. So then if we're going to find out, we're going to have to go right to him, and we have to get him to tell us. We're going to have to to bribe him or something with something like pretty sweet. And then, Cara, we need you to give us Josh's phone number so we can call him when we come back, okay?
Okay.
All right. Why don't we do this, too? How about this? If you're listening this morning, send us your best guess as to what you think DC means. We'll turn it into a big contest. If anybody guesses right, then we'll give you a prize, okay? So text us what you think DC means, and hopefully we will all find out when we come back next. So now, what are the text lines saying?
So we can't read.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Dumb chick.
Dumb chick.
Let's see.
We gotta let a drunk chick.
Downside. Down low chick.
Down low
drunk
chick.
chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
down low chick, drunk chick. So the C is probably chick.
Or crotch.
Or I will ask.
there's lots of dirty, C.
So here's what we decided we were going to do. Now, this is going to sound weird. I have to explain this ahead of time. We're going to call Josh. I'm going to run our guesses by him about what we think DC stands for.
And you're going to include dumpster crotch.
I will. How about I will start with dumpster crotch?
Great. Get it out of the way. You know what?
There's
Rip that
no-
Band-Aid right off, buddy.
Here's the thing. I have to tell you this ahead of time. To get him to tell us what it really is, he has to think we're going off the air. I will tell him we're going to commercial break.
You're going to lie.
Yes. And then I'm going to play the first part of a commercial. I want you to know this because we're not really going to commercial. So when you hear the commercial start, don't turn your radio off. I need him to hear that so he thinks we go to commercial. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So when you hear that part, it just means we're not really going to commercial. It's just going to sound like it. And then I'm going to pot him back up.
Okay.
It's just going to be us. Okay.
Got it.
All right. Then let's see if this works. All right. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. Can I speak to Josh, please?
Hey, yeah, speaking. Who's calling?
This is actually the Z Morning Zoo radio show on Z104. How are you today?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm good. How are you guys?
We are good. Thank you for asking. So this is Josh, I take it?
Yes.
Okay. So, Josh, now you probably don't know this because you probably haven't been listening, but your love life has been quite the subject of discussion on our show this morning.
My love life?
Yes. Now, have you been listening at all so far this morning?
No, I haven't had a chance.
Okay. So it's not that big of a deal. We got this email from a girl you know named Cara. You guys are friends, right?
Yeah, Cara, we're friends.
Okay.
I mean, actually, you're a little more than just friends, though. I mean, you guys are technically dating.
Yeah, we've gone out a few times.
Okay. So we heard that you have her listed on your phone as DC. And I guess it's because she told you she was from DC originally or something like that.
Wow, you guys really have been talking about my love life.
Yes,
Okay.
I told you. So here's the thing. We kind of have figured out that the whole I'm from DC thing isn't the reason you have her in your phone as DC. We know that. That's not the reason. We know that it's probably some sort of reference code for something else. I was a single dude. I did it too. What we don't know is what DC stands for. So we all took bets. Like, we have a lot riding on this. We all have our own theories of what DC means. Now, you don't have to tell us anything on the air, okay? But we do want to give you our guesses, and then you tell us if we're right, okay?
Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening.
Okay, so can we tell you our guesses?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, we're going to start with the one that everyone seems to think is wrong, which is dumpster crotch. Is that right? Is that it?
Dumpster crotch.
Yeah.
No, sorry, that's wrong.
That's not right. So is the C even for crotch, though? Maybe it's like dirty crotch?
No, nothing with crotch.
Nothing with crotch. All right, Ash?
So I think the DC means don't call. Like, meaning if she calls you, like, don't answer or just let it go to voicemail or something.
So DC, don't call.
No, sorry, you guys are pretty creative.
But that's not it. Okay. So now somebody on the text line suggested, and I can't read this on the air, but D control, like the D word and then control. Like, this girl has good D control. Is that even close?
Wow. This is the most entertaining morning I've had in a while. No, sorry, that is not right either.
So we are all wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great stuff.
But we were right that it's not, DC because of the I'm from DC thing. We were right about that.
Correct.
Ah, okay. Do you want to tell us what it really means?
I do not.
Okay. All right. Understood. A man's got to have his secrets. Okay. Now listen, don't hang up though, because I was hoping I can get the answer from you off the air. Please. Off the air. Off the air.
All right.
We will even go in. We'll go into commercial. I'll play a commercial break right here, and then I'll pick Josh up off the air. So let's go play a commercial.
Lazy Boy is celebrating the grand reopening of our newly remodeled
Josh,
location in Virginia
first
Beach.
of all,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt your morning and all of that. Thank you for being a good sport.
Oh, no. It's been a really good laugh. Thank you.
I realize this is kind of crazy to get a call like this. Okay, so just me and you. From one dude to another dude. What is the DC thing about? What is DC?
It's not really a huge deal, but I had a roommate in college, and he would always grade the girls that he was dating by having one letter score for their face and one for their body. So he would tell me stuff like, "Oh, I'm going out with Julie tonight. She's a BC." So, like, her face was a B and her body was a C.
Okay. So you sort of adopted that idea, and then you kind of list people in your phone that way.
Yes, just casually dating, because it's an easy shorthand to remember.
Gotcha.
Like,
So if a girl is DC, then she's got a D face and a C body then?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, well, what about this then? I'm giving you a D in maturity, and I'm giving you an F on your dick size.
Oh.
I guess that means I have to list you as a DF, which is perfect for you, dumb
Okay. So I guess that is the end of that then.
So she was on the phone listening?
Yeah.
Okay, you probably could have told me that before I had this conversation. Jesus.
Yeah, probably.
Dog John 9